this word?
Veteran.
Go ahead with the others. Don't read the words too quickly.
Sphere. Accustomed. Contrary. Cologne. Stamina. Ferocious. Breeds. Breaths.
What is this word?
Silhouette.
Go ahead with the others. Don't read the words too quickly.
Thoroughfare. Stone chest. Millinery. Heuristic. Scepter.
Go ahead.
Municipality. Idiosyncrasy. Minuan. Rhetoric. Aggrandizement. Malou. Tertiary. Septuagenarian. Akelon. Coifer. Mega cute.
Alright, let's move on. I am going to ask you some questions. You may use paper and pencil if you need them. Leela is on page 250 of a book that has 400 pages. She's going to read 30 more pages before she goes to bed. What is the last page she will have read before going to bed?
Page 280.
John works at night. He went to sleep at 4 o'clock Tuesday morning and woke up at 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. How many hours did he sleep?
9.
Many maps have a scale that shows miles in inches. If 1 inch represents 50 miles and you travel 250 miles, how many inches on the map would represent your trip?
5.
If the probability of rain tomorrow is 2/5, what is the probability of no rain?
3/5.
A dance is being held at Eagle Club on Saturday, December 15th from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. How many hours is the dance?
4.
Lynn multiplied a number by 14. Then she added 8. The total was 50. What number did she start with? Sabrina and Amy are playing a board game. There are two sections on the spinner. One is blue and one is green. The probability that the spinner will land on the blue section is 4/9. What is the probability that the spinner will land on the green section?
2/9.
Five students take an exam that has 25 possible points. They obtain the following scores: 12, 15, 16, 17, and 22. What is the median score?
16.
An employee wants to buy a book that costs $7.50. She receives a discount of 10%. How much did she have to pay for the book?
$6.
Rosa's favorite cake was a very large chocolate layer cake. She decides she will bake 1/3 of the recipe because she was only one at home to eat it. The recipe calls for 2 1/4 cups of flour. How much flour should she use?
3/4.
Ben watched the movie 2 more times than Dan. Altogether, they watched the movie a total of 10 times. How many times did Dan watch the movie?
5.
If 60 feet of wire weighs 80 pounds and you had 150 feet of wire, how many pounds of wire would you have?
20.
A television set costs $600 cash or $200 down and $25 a month for 20 months. What would the interest cost be if the television set purchased on a monthly installment plan?
400.
At the local sandwich shop, they offer 4 kinds of cheese and 2 kinds of meat. Each sandwich is made with 1 kind of cheese and 1 kind of meat. How many different meat and cheese combinations can be chosen for a sandwich?
8.
A marble is taken from a bowl containing blue marbles, red marbles, and green marbles. If the probability of getting a blue marble is 1/2 and the probability of getting a red marble is 1/3, find the probability of getting a marble that is either blue or red.
2/3.
What is the length of the red side of the triangle?
20.
If the perimeter of the rectangle garden is 68 meters and the length is 14 more meters than the width, what is the length?
82.
When Dave walks to school, he averages 90 steps per minute. Each of his steps is 80 centimeters long. It takes him 10 minutes to get to school. His brother, Jack, going to the same school, by the same route averages 100 steps per minute. Jack's steps are 60 centimeters long. How long does it take Jack to get to school?
70 minutes.
The committee voted to approve the new bill on 381 to 41 votes. What percentage of people voted to pass the bill?
64.
Given this set of points, tell the slope of the line passing through them.
6.
Alright, let's move on. Alright, pass that back to me, please, and a pencil. I want you to spell some words for me. Please print your answers. Begin with number 32. Number 32. Spell the word manager. The manager left the store. Manager. Number 33. Electric. The clock is electric. Number 34, clothes. We pack our clothes. Clothes. Number 35, sword. The knight carried a sword. Number 36, calorie. The calorie is a measure of food energy. Calorie. Number 37, subscription. She bought a magazine subscription. Number 38, league. My brother plays on the Little League team. Number 39, skiing. Skiing is a winter sport. Number 40, gymnasium. The class met in the gymnasium. Number 41, enthusiastic. The woman was enthusiastic about the idea. Enthusiastic. Number 42, spell the word cocoa. Cocoa is used to make hot chocolate. Cocoa. Number 43, calendar. This is last year's calendar. Number 44, leisure. We don't have enough leisure time. Number 45, cyst. She had a cyst removed. Number 46, negotiate. They tried to negotiate a deal. Number 47, tentacle. The octopus wrapped a tentacle around tentacle. Number 48, bouquet. She bought a bouquet of flowers. Number 49, exaggerate. Do not exaggerate the story, exaggerate. Number 50, lacquer. The wood table needed some lacquer. Number 51, treacherous. The road is treacherous. Treacherous. All right, let's. All right, look at this picture. Listen. This says the house is bigger than the
Person.
what word belongs in a blank space?
Person.
Alright. Read this to yourself and tell me one word that goes in a blank space.
Models.
Let's go on to the next.
Bug. Gloves. Words.
Alright, you just hear someone tell me a word that goes in a blank space.
Speed. Bats. Percent. Size.
Alright.
City. Coach. Because. water.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Alright, let's move on. I want you to do some math. Begin with the number 31. 31. And answer as many problems as you can. If you come to one you don't know how to do, just skip it and try the next one. Go ahead. You can go on to the next page. you to do some writing. Please write or print your answers neatly so I can read them. Just do the best that you can. I'll start with section 19. Number 19. The second sentence is missing from the paragraph. Write a good sentence that goes with the other two sentences. Number 20. Write a good sentence that uses the words despite his effort. Number 21. The second sentence is missing from the paragraph. Write a good sentence that will fit. Number 22. Write a good sentence that tells how a library and a forest are alike. Number 23. The second sentence is missing from the paragraph. Write a good sentence that the writer may have used. Number 24. Finish the sentence. want you to read some words that are not real words and tell me how they would sound.
Wow.
How would this word sound?
Wow.
Alright. Read this word to me.
Ib.
Read each of these to me. Don't go too fast.
Cool. Tiff. Zoop. Van. Wugs.
Read each of these to me. Don't go too fast.
Mip. Foy. Lek. Jocks. Vine. Article. Blighton. Reet. Bontet. Quaid. Citizen. Fintober. Safe. Side. Hooded. Interstationing. Flayed. Coach. Celeb. Arm afflicted.
Alright, let's go. I want to listen to you read aloud. Here are some sentences. Here are some sentences about bees. Read them carefully as you can, not as fast as you can. If you come to a word you cannot read, just do your best and then go on to the next word. Go ahead.
The largest and most important bee is the queen. The worker bees and drones are smaller than the queen. Like other bugs, bees have 3 pairs of legs. Bees are aggressive only if they are disturbed. Sometimes a teacher may ask, do you know how long bees live? Beekeepers often build
Go ahead.
Beekeepers often build man-made frames to protect the honeycomb. A major job of all bees is finding, gathering, and storing pollen and nectar. Cross-pollination occurs when pollen from 2 plants is mixed. Many different varieties of bees are found on every continent except Antarctica. The male bees, called drones, are unable to gather food, so the worker feeds them during the mating season.
Go
For centuries, people have marveled at the complicated social organization of the bee community. The oldest non-compression bee fossil has a modified ancestral traits. Many beekeepers are migratory, so they can take the bees to different locations and concentrate the insects in areas that need pollination. Bumblebee colonies are rarely perennial and have from 50 to 200 bees at peak population. Some species are gregarious, but others are solitary and made individual nests.
Go ahead.
Parasitic bumblebees can infiltrate the nest of species in other subgenera. In phylogenetics, some evolutionary taxonomists classify certain bees as having a monophyletic lineage. Some species are crepe secular of either the vespertine or matinal type, with enlarged ocelli that are extremely sensitive to daylight.
Alright, let's move on. I want you to read some sentences and decide if the answer is yes or no. Look at this sentence. It says a cow is an animal. Is that true?
Yes.
Because the answer is yes, you would circle the letter Y. Now look at the second sentence. It says a fish can read. Is that true?
No.
Because the answer is no, you would circle the letter N. Now look at the next 4 sentences. Draw a circle around the correct answer for each sentence. Work as quickly as you can, without making mistakes. Go ahead. Alright. Start here and read as many sentences as you can. Decide if the answer is yes or no. After you go to the bottom, go to the top. There are 3 pages. Keep working until I tell you to stop. Work as fast as you can without making mistakes. If you do make a mistake, cross out the one you do not want. If you have trouble reading the word or cannot think of an answer, skip that one and go to the next one. You have 3 minutes. Tell me if you finish before I say stop. Go ahead. Stop, put your pencil down. And I can take this from you. I want you to work on some simple arithmetic problems. Start here. When you finish a row, go to the next one and work each problem until you finish that page. Then go to the top of the next page. If you cannot think of any answers, skip the one and go on to the next one. Work as fast as you can without making mistakes. Be sure to watch the sign. If you do make a mistake, cross out the answer you do not want. You will have 3 minutes. Tell me when you're finished before I say stop. Tell me if you finish before I say stop. Go ahead. Stop. Put your pencil down. going to ask you to write short sentences about some pictures. Look at this picture and the words good cake is. A short sentence that tells about the picture and uses these words is the cake is good. Now look at this picture and the words pig fat is. Use these three words and any other words you need to write a short sentence about the picture. You may put the words in any order. Now go ahead with C and D. Start here and write a sentence for each picture and it's three words. You may use the words in any order, but do not change a word in any way. I will tell you any words you want to know. If you cannot think of an easy sentence to write, skip that one and move on to the next one. When you get to the bottom of the page, go to the top of the next page. Keep working until I tell you to stop. Keep your sentences short and work as quickly as you can. You will have 5 minutes. Tell me if you finish before I say stop. Go ahead. stop, pencils down. Thank you. I want you to read some short stories. Please read each story silently one time. When you finish, I want you to tell it back to me. You don't have to tell it back exactly, but try to remember all of the things you can. Go ahead and read this to yourself. When you finish, look up at me. Tell me everything about the story you remember.
A detective had a ruby that was 5 inches, and the ruby was about to get stolen, and he had to hide it somewhere safe.
Go ahead when you have finished, look up at me. Tell me everything about the story you remember.
Barbara was on a boat, and it was raining, and she had to get somewhere safe.
Alright. Look at the numbers in these boxes. The numbers change in a certain way going across the boxes. The numbers in the top row of boxes go from 5 to 3 to 1 because 2 has been subtracted each time. The bottom row works the same way. 6 changes to 4 because 2 has been subtracted, just like the top row. The number 4 in the bottom row needs to change in the same way to give you the answer. What number goes in the empty box?
2.
Two. Correct. 2 is the number that goes in the empty box because it works when going across the boxes and also when going down the boxes. Going down the boxes, the top number is 5 and the bottom number is 6. 6 is one more than 5. In this column, 4 is one more than 3. In the third column, the number that goes in the empty box needs to be 2 because 2 is one more than 1. problem. Tell me the number that goes in an empty box. Some of the problems may be easy, but others may be hard. Just do the best that you can. Go ahead.
The first box is 15.
Tell me the number that belongs in the empty box.
Okay. 8. And then the last one, 11. Six. $24. And 9. $10. 15. And 21. Five. 12. 9. 10. 17. 6. 31.